Hi sisters! Just kidding. Hey everyone, it's Shannon Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, hi, what's up? My name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, you guys, it has been a while since I did a makeup review on my channel, but I managed to get my hands on the highly coveted palette of the season. That's right, today we're gonna be reviewing the Morphe X James Charles palette. Here it is, you guys. Oh my gosh! So you guys know I don't consider myself to be a makeup artist, but I am a makeup lover. So I am so excited to play with this palette today. There's been tons of amazing reviews that have been done online. I've seen some incredible looks on Instagram, and of course all of the creative looks that James did for the launch of this campaign. Absolutely incredible. So I've been super inspired, and I definitely want to get in and play with some of the incredible colors in this palette. So without anything else being said, let me pull it out for you guys. Okay. Here it is, the actual James Charles Morphe palette. It's beautiful. It looks just like what I've seen online. And let me go ahead and open this up and show you guys what's inside. Woo! Oh my God. You got, oh, let me take the plastic out. Wow. This palette is incredible. Like, it's literally every possible color. So James said that he wanted to make a palette that he could travel with that had every possible color that you could need, including some options in here that I think you can use for like highlighter and other types of things. So I'm very excited to play with this. So because there are so many amazing colors in here, I definitely want to play with some of them. I'm thinking that maybe we'll do sort of like a sunset-y type of inspired smoky eye. I'm kind of inspired by my purple backdrop that I have up today. Maybe we'll play with some pinks and some oranges, or I'm not really sure. So we're just gonna try it out and see what we come up with as we go. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's get started. All right, so I went ahead and got you guys zoomed in. I'm gonna go ahead and push my hair back off of my shoulders, and I will twist it up and pin it back with a little clip on both sides just to make sure that it doesn't fall down while I am trying to do this look. Let me move my mirror over so it's a little more in the center here. All right, so, oh, I love my little clippy antennas, very cute. So fashion, it's fashion, you guys. Okay, so we have this palette. Now, James did mention in his videos that this palette was really meant to be used with an eyelid primer. I always use a primer. Occasionally I'll use a concealer. I know a lot of people use concealer, but today we're gonna be using the Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer. And I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take a Wet n Wild concealer brush and just cover my eyelids. Okay, so we're gonna go and jump into the palette. I'm not necessarily gonna show you every time what color I'm using, but I will use the color sheet, which I have here, that has all the names on it, so I can let you know which color I am using. Right now, I want to set my eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to, I think I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is really close to my face tone, and this one is called Canvas. And I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush. This is a fluffy blending brush from It Cosmetics. I always list all of the brushes and everything that I use in my videos down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Okay, so I'm actually gonna hit a little bit of Tune and a little bit of Code James. And we're gonna work that into my faux crease, as I like to call it. You guys know I have hooded eyelids, so I don't really have a great crease, but I love to fake one since I don't have one. I'm just gonna tap back in a little bit. I know that these are really pigmented, and so I don't wanna try to go in too much, so you may see me dipping into the palette a lot, and that is just because I am trying not to get too much pigment at once. I don't want to overdo it. We are going to be building a lot of color into this look. So we're going to take it nice and slow. All right, I think I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller blending brush and dip into a little bit more of the 518 and Rusted, which are sort of the orange and then the orangey pink shades. You can see they're pretty pigmented as far as like I just tapped into those, and it definitely picks up quite a bit of color. So let's go in, we're gonna deepen up that crease area. This is a slightly smaller brush, and I'm going slightly below where I started. Oh, and you guys might notice I'm just doing one eye. I think I'm gonna do this eye, complete the look, and then I'll do the other one off camera, just so, I don't know, it doesn't take as long. Because it's James Charles Day, and that's what James does. I love this color Rusted. It's almost like a little coral kind of color, which is very on trend right now. I know that coral is like the Pantone color of the year, which I think is very interesting. I was kind of surprised actually by the fact that that was the color of the year. Is that something that you guys pay attention to? Is anybody into Pantone and colors? I'm just like a color addict, so I think that's why I love this palette and was super excited to get it and play with it. Okay, so let's go in with a slightly smaller blending brush. I am going to use this Morphe 562. It's like a teeny tiny little blending brush. And I am going to pick up the darkest red shade in the palette, which is called You're Kidding. I love the names of this palette. If you guys saw in one of James' videos, he explained that You're Kidding, like he always wanted a red shade, and when he got the one that was right and it was like super pigmented, he literally said, "You're kidding." So that's what they named it, and I think that's hilarious. So we're just gonna dip into a little bit of that red. Woo, look at that pigment, wow. This is a really teeny tiny little blending brush, and I'm just gonna pop that right into this outer corner and along the bottom of what would be my crease area. Now you will notice that I don't have any highlighter on, and that is because there is a shade in here called Ring Light, which is funny because I have a ring light right now, that is supposed to be great for highlighting. I know James uses it a lot for highlighting, so I decided today, instead of going with one of my regular highlighters, I would try that out and see how that looks. So we'll add that on at the end and see how it turns out. I just picked up one of my fluffy brushes that I was using to begin with, just to sort of blend out this area and all around. Okay, now I am going to go in with a little bit of purple. So this is going to be code Escape. This is the darkest shade of purple that is in the palette. And I'm actually gonna start with not a fluffy brush. I'm gonna use more of a packer style brush to get started. Let's see which one. Let's use this one. And that is just because I know that a lot of these shades, again, they're like pressed pigments and they have a lot of pigment. So I just want to make sure that I get it placed where I want it, and then I will go in and blend it out. So this is just a little Echo Tools brush. I don't think it has a name on it. Pretty sure it came in a set I've had for a while. And this, I'm going to work into this outer V, coming down onto the eyelid, kind of making that little triangle shape. And we're just gonna darken up that outside corner. Not sure that this is the best brush. I'm gonna switch brushes and use just a slightly different one. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into one of my one of my blender brushes, and I'll work on blending out that little V. Okay, let's go back to our first shade, and I'm gonna work it out a little bit here at the top. Then we'll go back into our mid-range brush, blend that out a little bit more. I'm gonna go back into my fluffy brush from the beginning, work on this area. This is always a problematic area for me because I don't have a actual like an eye, because because I have hooded eyelids. This area where you should actually where a non-hooded eyelid would have a crease, I don't. So I have to really work on blending this out to make sure that it doesn't look like weird or heavy on the inside part of my lid. So let's go back in. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that purple. I will say that these shades do seem to be blending together super well, which is great. Obviously, you want to make sure that all the colors from the same palette do work well together, and these definitely seem to be working well, which is fantastic. I am going to spend a few minutes just going back and forth with these brushes and blending everything out until I build up the color to where I want it. And then we will move on to the lid. I don't even know what I'm gonna do on the lid yet. This is so exciting. Okay, so before I move on to the lid, I wanna go ahead and do the lower lash line, and I typically use pencil brushes for that. I do the lighter shades from the top of the lid on the fluffier brush, and then on the smaller brush I do the darker shade to sort of just mimic what is going on top of the lid. So I will take this fluffier brush. These are all Morphe brushes, almost all of them. This is an E17 and an E36. I'm going to use this fluffier one and pick up a little bit of the orange and coral colors. That is 518 and Rusted. The shades are called 501 and Rusted in the palette. And I am just going to fill in the lower lash area here, connecting it up to the top part of the shadows. And then I'm going to go in with the smaller brush and pick up some of that purple shade, which is called Escape, and go right up against the lash line with that shade. Okay, beautiful. Looking very sunsetty, very smoky. I really like it so far. So what we are going to do now is to jump into the lid. And I forgot to bring concealer over to do a cut crease. Is this concealer? No. Well, dang. Hold on just a moment. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the lid, and I'm just gonna put a little concealer on my hand here. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which I know is a lot of people's favorites. It's a really good price point. Unfortunately, the color is not quite right for me, but I do like to use it to cut my crease if I can find a brush. They're right in front of me and I'm literally looking over there somewhere. I'm so professional, you guys. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that, and we are gonna go in and just cut out the top of the eyelid so we can dabble with some of these other colors on the lid. This is the M421. It's a fantastic brush for packing on shades onto the lid. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in with the yellow shade, which is called B. Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, I ran out of space on my memory card in the middle of that, so hopefully I didn't mess this eye up too much. We are going to try to get back where we were. I had put a new memory card in, and then I put a new battery in too, just in case. So I picked up the yellow B shade, and I'm going to pack that all over the lid. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh my God, that pigment is crazy. Wow. Okay, so I see what he was saying about packing the shades on, because holy moly crackioly, I don't even know what I just said, but geez, wow. That's incredible. Oh my God. Woo, do you guys see that pigment? Holy crap. Sorry, I've never been so shook in my life by a shade. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, wow, cool, awesome. Okay, on that note, with that being said, I am going to pick up a flat packer brush, and I'm gonna go back in to some of this purple on the outside, because I have a feeling that if I pack it on, it may get even more pigmented. Oh, wow. So this is what I was kind of trying to do before, but I didn't get the right brush, and oh my God. Whoa, I'm shook. I'm shook, she's a shooky cookie. Okay, wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit, and then we're gonna finish up the cut crease part in the center. Okay, wow, I am shook. Okay, so I thought it was good at first, but when I started packing them on, wow, incredible. You know what, I might actually go in with ring light. I've been wanting to try it out, so let's go in with a little bit of ring light. This is supposed to be like the super shimmery highlighty color. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm really still shook by this yellow though. It's so pigmented. This actually looks really cute on top of the yellow. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little more blending and then we will try a couple more colors. We'll do like the inner corner. Maybe a little fallout, which, you know, is pretty expected, but doesn't seem to be making a mess on my face at all or anything like that. Okay, let's grab a little detailer brush. This is a Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm going to dip this in 2 shade ring light, which is like the highlighter shade, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. Oh yes. Yeah. Guys, James did that, y'all. He really did. And I'm just gonna highlight right underneath the brow bone, ever so slightly. Woo! Okay. Okay. Let's see. Should we do eyeliner now? Or I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish up the other shadows on this eye off camera, and then we will come back for eyeliner and mascara to finish things up. Oh, we have to do highlighter too. Yes. Okay, I'm back and I have got shadows on both of my lids done. So far looking incredible. We're gonna go ahead and do some eyeliner. Now you guys know I normally am a brown eyeliner wearer, but for this look I thought that black would be appropriate since it is very smoky. So I am going to dive into some of the, let's see, this is the Urban Decay 24-hour Glide On Eye Pencil. I'm not doing a wing because I don't do wings. I have hooded eyelids, and y'all, I'm telling you, it's a completely different world for people who have hooded eyelids. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna hold this mirror and we're gonna try to line these eyes. Okay, now you guys might have noticed I picked up this little pencil brush, and that is because I did dip into shade Spooky, which is the black shade in the palette, to just set the eyeliner to make sure that it doesn't transfer anywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and put on some mascara. I am going to, of course, use the CoverGirl Supersizer Fibers in the blue tube because it's my favorite and you guys know it. Anybody who's been watching my channel or has ever talked to me about makeup knows that I'm absolutely obsessed with the CoverGirl Supersizer Fibers. So let's go in with that. And you know, I always go in with a clean spoolie as I go along just to straighten out my lashes and make sure that nothing gets clumpy or weird. All right, so that wraps up the eyes. The last thing I want to do is to try out some highlighters. So I'm going to grab a highlighter brush. This is just a little tapered brush. This I got from one of my Ipsy bags, and I am going to tap into shade Ring Light and go ahead and apply that on my cheeks the way that I do a highlighter. Let's see how that works out. Well, it's definitely working as a highlighter. Now, obviously, this is a very light shade, so it's not gonna work for all skin tones, but like James, I am very pale, so I can definitely use this shadow as a highlighter. And yeah, it really, actually, it works. It looks quite nice. It's very natural. It's not like super blinding, but it's really natural. I like that. Let me grab a little pencil brush and just do my nose and Cupid's bow as I typically would. Okay, Beautiful, love that. Okay, I am going to put on some lipstick and then I will come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I did pop on, I just went with a nude lipstick. This is Gemini from Jeffree Star. It's one of my go-to nudes. So I put that on just because the eye look is a little bold and crazy and out there, so I wanted to just kind of keep it neutral with the lip. But this is the final look. Guys, tell me what you think about this. I think that it turned out incredible. I had so much fun trying out these interesting colors. I'm obsessed with the purple shade. The yellow shade is to die for. Shade Ring Light is super versatile. I absolutely love it. Overall, I have to say, I think that this palette, it definitely gets 2 thumbs up from me. I mean, the colors are super pigmented. Everything is very blendable, and it's just obviously super high quality, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to try out some more looks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me if you want me to do more looks with this palette. I definitely will film those for you. And if you have other ideas for my channel, please be sure to leave that down in the comments. And if you want to hang out with me between uploads, I've listed all of my social media accounts down in the description, along with all of the brushes and items that I used in today's video. They are also always going to be down in the description. So, like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to my channel, but most importantly, don't forget to love yourself. Bye!